What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode of Breakdowns of Brian, we are going to be putting a remote start system in my 2016 F150 because it is just an XL. My black one here is an XLT and it came with remote start. Now, before we get into the buying process of everything, you really need to know about the dash, the heads-up display, or not the heads-up display, the dash display, and make sure that you have the correct one. That's not what I like. What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's episodes of Breakdowns of Brian, we are going to be putting a remote start system in my 2016 F150 because it is only an XL. And this one here is a same thing, 2016 F150, and it's an XLT and it has remote start. This one here, it cost $130. It did say it was on sale. Normally, I think $150. Now, they do have two different versions of it. Just because it's an XLT or an XL doesn't mean that the heads-up screen on your dash doesn't have the duration and stuff like that on the remote start. We'll get to that in a minute. But there was two of them. Here's what it's going to look like. I don't have the box to show you, but it's a Starter X, I believe. Yeah, Starter X, and this is all it's going to come with. The other ones that I saw are just a little port for your OBD2 sensor or OBD2 port, but I frequently hook up to that and kind of check all the levels for everything on there, so I didn't want to take up that spot for the plug-in. This one here utilizes the back of it, so it basically just tees off the back, and we'll get into that. I have already installed it, but we'll go over everything because it's becoming winter up here in Cincinnati. So we'll get into it and I'll show you really kind of the heads-up display. All right, so get in your truck, put the key in the on position. You're going to use the keypads here, and we'll zoom in for you. You're going to go back, and that's going to bring you to this page. So we're going to go back. We're going to go down to settings. We're going to go to advanced settings. We're going to go to vehicle, and then we're going to go to remote start. Now, from what I've seen, the cheaper ones, the cheaper remote start, which is really only $10 cheaper, if you have this in here, the remote start stuff, your climate control, your seats, and your duration, then you don't have to buy the more expensive one. So this one here, I went ahead and bought the more expensive one anyway. Like I said, it was only $10, so it wasn't that much, it wasn't that big of a deal. And I didn't have any issues or anything like that. But they're saying that if you have all of this already on your truck, you don't need to buy that $10 more expensive one. But I just wanted to make sure. So I went ahead, like I said, and bought the more expensive one. So if you have all of this stuff, then that's good. If you don't, and you want to buy the cheaper one, then you can do all the ForScan stuff, which is just, you know, spend the $10 and get the one that will put it on there for you. So your climate control is either in auto or last setting. So if it's 100 degrees, it's going to turn the AC on. If it's 50 degrees, it's going to turn the heat on. If you go to last setting, it's only going to turn on the last setting that you have for here. So I like to do auto because I'm going to have, it's by the time I get into work, I'm going to have it on really low like this. And then by the time I remote start, I want it to be, the fan to be on more, the heat to be on a little bit more. So there's that one. We're going to go back and we're going to check the seats. The seats are in auto. I don't have heated seats in this one. Like I said, it's an XL. So I'm not even going to worry about that one. I'll actually go ahead and turn that off since like I said, I don't have heated seats. And then the duration, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 minutes. It's not really that cold to really run it more than 10 minutes at the moment, but I will be switching it because it is like starting to get kind of cold. So I'm going to go ahead and switch it at least 10 minutes. 10 minutes at about freezing gets you up to almost about half of your temp here. So If you have all of that, you have everything set, and then you can, you know, go back to whatever you need. But like I said, if I would just recommend buying the $10 more expensive one. I'll put a link in the description, and we can start putting it in. All right, so like I've said, I've already have these hooked up. So I'm going to plug both of these in here. And then I'm actually going to put the truck in the accessory on position as I plug these in. And then you'll hold this button down. And then you should get some different lights on there. Once you get a green light, there's an orange, a green, and a red. But because I already have this already hooked up, it's only going to show this one. And then I believe you start the truck and then it should turn green and then everything should be good. Now, what is nice about the system is you do get to utilize the factory key, so you don't have to have another little stupid key fob. Now, as you can see, this one doesn't have the push button like my other truck has got the push button, the little ×2 remote start. So in order to do it, you're going to push lock, unlock, and then lock again, and then it's going to wait probably like 5 seconds, maybe a hair longer, and then it'll start up. So we'll hit lock, unlock, and then lock, and then you'll wait. And then it'll automatically lock the doors again, and then it'll start up. So it takes about 5 to 7 seconds for basically the receiver that we just put down in there to tell the truck to actually start up. And then the heat and all that should already be on. All right, so I'm gonna cut in real quick because I've already finished the video, but just for zip ties and stuff, if you just do it from underneath here, you may have issues with hitting your foot or something on here, and I'd hate for you to like rip a wire out. So this piece here sits up like this, and it just pops off. Like it's just little clips that hold on to it. And then here is going to be your 2 bolts that are actually holding it on. But if you put this in, let's raise this up. If you throw this in here, through this piece here, you can actually zip tie it up here nicely. And I would recommend you putting this as close to these other kind of insulated wires here, because you don't want it to be sitting on the plastic, basically the plastic on plastic, and it kind of rattling. So I'm gonna probably put it here and then zip tie it and then put it up nice and slow to make sure everything's still good. Yeah, and so I was just gonna cut in because I forgot about all that. All right, the only downfall that I really see with it is I am a little bit taller, at about 6 foot. So if you touch the pedal, it does shut off. And a lot of times when I get in, because it's just a single cab, and I don't think the seat goes back that much further than the other one, but a lot of times I'll hit my foot on there and then I'll have to start the truck back up. So really, other than that little issue, it is a lifesaver at $130 on sale. So if you liked the video, hit that like and subscribe. If you guys want to know anything else about the product or the truck itself, put a comment down below and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. Until next time, guys.